Hello and welcome back to Fundamental Conversations in Judaism. Today is the last part in our discussion of God. We've already saw various proofs of God's existence, from proofs from the physical world, creation, the Big Bang, the fact that the world is the complexity of the world, the fact that laws of nature exist at all, the fact that we can translate these laws of nature and understand them, and the ontological proof, which shows why, by the definition of God, then God must exist. Today we're going to delve deeper into ourselves and talk about the human experience. Why, according to the human experience, God should exist. There are many, many various proofs of God that are based on the human experience. The first one is morality. Now, I'll emphasize any proof that's based on the human experience is not it's not like the other proofs. The other proofs are external proofs and therefore are more convincing. When we talk about experience, the human experience, then it's very easy to dispute by just saying, well, I guess the human experience is wrong. And that's how all atheists can dispute all these proofs. But it's important to remember that disputing these proofs means that man must ignore these experiences. And most of us, as we'll see, do not want to ignore ourselves, what we feel, what we experience in the world. So we'll start with the first proof. The first proof is morality. Nietzsche famously said that by killing God, quote unquote, we kill morality. Which means if man chooses not to believe in God, there is no longer any objective truth, moral truth, in which man accordingly should choose to behave. So where does man stand? Morality becomes completely subjective and relative. Today, murder is bad. Tomorrow, murder might be good. It's for good reasons, like your job is to murder. You're murdering for money. Who's to say that murder for those reasons is objectively wrong? Who says that helping the weak is something good? Maybe from an evolutionary perspective, like the Nazis said, helping the weak, you're allowing those who are less capable to survive. When morality becomes relative, the most fundamentals of what makes us human, of our beliefs, our core beliefs, fall apart. And the only way to keep morality objective is to say that something outside of reality decided what is objectively moral and what is not. Again, needing a creator. So according to this proof, if one wants to continue believing that morality is something objective, that when he does a good deed, it's objectively good, and something evil is objectively evil, and not just a relative discussion everyone experiences in the world, then he is forced to choose to accept the existence of God that possesses some objective truth to what is objectively good and what is objectively bad, what is kind and what is cruel, what is right and what is wrong. Now, this proof, like I mentioned, is very, very simple. Yes, morality is relative. Yes, there is no objective right or wrong. Oh, you feel bad about it, boo-hoo, cry, but that's the reality. Morality should serve human beings best. Morality is a tool to help us live better lives and enjoy life without suffering. So therefore, morality is the smart thing to do. It's not objectively true. Should you be moral? Yes, but only for completely personal, egocentric reasons, but not because it's objectively true. Now, while many people say this statement, intuitively they don't experience it. When we see cruelty, we feel this cruelty to be wrong. And we see kindness, we feel this is objectively the right thing to do. Denying objective morality is denying our most basic intuitions, basic core beliefs that will make us human. Is someone willing to relinquish his core beliefs just in order to remain an atheist? I doubt that. And therefore, anyone who chooses to hold on to his core belief that there is an objective right or wrong, the immorality is not completely relative, must seemingly choose to accept the existence of God. Like I said, this is a choice. It's not external proof that forces you to prove. It's showing you that if you already believe in morality, then, and you want to continue believing in morality, then you must assume God isn't dead. Like Nietzsche said, God exists and there is a God. That's the proof from morality. Other proofs from human experience you can find in many, many Jewish literature, and it's almost as common as the discussion around evolution, probably even more. And that is, many, many human beings talk about various experiences that cannot be explained except for believing in God. For example, unexplainable coincidences. There's tremendous amount of unexplained coincidences that everyone, even on a personal level, experience throughout their life. And the amount of unexplained coincidences leads one to assume that there must be someone running the show. It can't be that such occurrences happen by chance. What are the chances that exactly when I went to visit my brother, I met this person who later helped me get the job, or I just moved out of the way and then a car went slamming by? Everyone has dozens, hundreds, on a personal level, not experiences of other people, personal experiences that attributing your life experience to random chance just feels unlikely. We feel we're being supervised. Not all the time, 24/7, we may not experience it, but every human being experiences many times throughout his life experiences that he can't just attribute to random luck. It's too far-fetched to be random luck. It's too far. Therefore, from that personal experience, one can attribute it to God. This is true also for the power of prayer. Many times people who pray see miracles happen. A person heals after the doctors give up hope. Someone asks for something extraordinary and that prayer comes true against chance. The coincidence between you pray for something and it happening, again, a personal experience, does it prove anything? No, it doesn't prove. The atheist can simply say, you were lucky, and you're attributing it. But the personal experience of someone who prays and feels his prayer being answered, you can't tell him it was chance. He knows it was from God, because he experienced it. Prophecies. This is something unique to Jewish people, but other religions claim it as well. We have experienced thousands of prophets over the decades. We know of the famous ones, they wrote books, but then thousands of prophets. These prophets gave prophecies that came true. They are still coming true today. The ability to give a prophecy, it shows that they got the information from outside the reality of man, from God. We're not talking a priori. We're already living history of thousands of years of Jewish history, human history, where prophecies given by prophets in the name of God have come true again and again and again. The same is true for open miracles that happened, if we're talking about Yetziat Mitzrayim, Yam Suf, these are miracles that happened in the eyes of millions. These are experiences. The people, all the philosophical discussions are meaningless for the people who saw Kriyat Yam Suf. Could be explained like a force of nature that happened. Yes, it could be a natural occurrence. But to the people that experienced it, they obviously would not see it that way. They know it and felt it as a miracle from God. Therefore, they believe in God. In our modern ages, we're experiencing the Shivat Zion the Jewish people returning after thousands of years to their homeland, the miracles of foundation of the state, the Six-Day War, the Yom Kippur War, the fact that we're so prosperous. These are all fulfillments of prophecy said by thousands of years ago. These prophecies are coming true in our time against the simple laws of history, against the natural flow of events. How is this happening? Hashgacha. God is guiding history. So we don't have to look far. We look in ourselves, our personal experiences that we experienced in the past, that our ancestors experienced in the past, and that we're experiencing in the present. So in addition to all the philosophical and scientific proofs of God, many turn to the strongest proof is the proof of experience. The experience, everyone's personal experience of being supervised by God, coincidences, everyone's national experiences, the foundation of the state of Israel, and all the miracles that's been happening today, and the fact that the Jewish people have been watched over for thousands of years in exile and persevered, and the fact that humanity as a whole, Jews and non-Jews alike, experience God's presence on a day-to-day basis. Through prayer, through spiritual experiences. People feel spiritually uplifted and feel a connection with God. This experience of connecting to God and being in touch with God is not an experience only described by Jews, it's described by thousands of human beings throughout history. All these human beings that describe the experiences, they all got together and are saying a lie? The answer is no, because they're telling you you can experience it too, and people who follow their guidance experience it as well, coming to a certain level of certainty of God's existence. I want to finish this segment with two final proofs. These are brought by mathematicians mainly, and that has to do with the probability proof. And that is, we heard all the proofs and all the disproofs. We saw that all the scientific proofs and philosophical proofs can all be disproved if one wants to work hard enough. Same as for the proofs for morality or human experiences. They all can be explained away if one wants to. But for a probability choice, if you had to choose how to live your life, what is more convincing? What are the chances and what are the pros and cons of believing in God? The pros of believing in God and therefore living a moral life according to God's guidance, you gain stability, you gain a life of a family. People, scientific research has been done in recent years has proven that religious people that believe in God, they live longer, they define themselves as happier. So you have a better life from a scientific perspective, statistically speaking, of course, you will have a better life than someone who is an atheist. So you have to choose, should you guess, quote unquote, to believe in God, follow His commandments, and have a better life, or knowingly choose to not believe, which is statistically improbable, even though probable, statistically improbable, knowingly as well that your life would be of less quality, you'd be less happier statistically. That is a choice that, from an agonistic perspective, someone who does not know, the choice is obvious. It's better to choose to have a better life, and I wish upon us all that we should take these various proofs, the combination of all the proofs, the scientific, the logical, the personal experience, and the choice for a better life, should all contribute and strengthen our belief in God. Thank you.